Today I'm going to be talking about the different tourist destinations in Italy. First, I'm going to discuss Italy's background and their history. Italy is a country in south-central Europe occupying a peninsula in the Mediterranean Sea. Italy has some of the most varied and scenic landscapes, and most people describe it as a country shaped like a boot. Italy's political geography has been formed because of the rugged landscape. With very few roads in between the cities, traveling is normally very difficult. Italy's towns and cities have a history of independence and mistrust between them. Visitors today remark on how unlike one town is from the next. The intellectual and culturally well-formed humans have found a home in Italy. This is one of the world's most important centers of religion, visual arts, literature, music, philosophy, culinary arts, and sciences. There are so many amazing places to visit in Italy. Each city is different from one another and is expressed through the culture of their architecture, cuisine, experiences, and art. First, Rome is one of the oldest cities and most popular in the world. It is the capital of Italy and home to some of the finest art and history. Second, Venice is a compact city that is full of romance and history. The water canals that run through the city make it a place to visit unlike any other. Finally, Florence is a great place for tourism. The city is the birthplace of the Renaissance, and the museums and sculptures are a testament to this. The first landmark in Rome is the Colosseum, and it is the main symbol of Rome. Its architecture and history will give you a glimpse into the past and the look into the life of Romans. The Colosseum took 8 years to build, and when it was finished, it was a place of entertainment. Second, the Vatican City is an independent country in the heart of Rome, ruled by the Pope of the Catholic Church. It is the smallest state in Europe with a population of about 1,000 people. There are many things to see within the Vatican City, like St. Peter's Square and St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel. Finally, Trevi Fountain is the largest fountain in Rome. The origin of the fountain goes back to 19 BC, in which the fountain was the end of the Aqua Virgo aqueduct. Make sure to throw a coin in at the fountain. If you throw 1 coin in, you return to Rome. If you throw 2 coins in, you find love. And if you throw 3 coins in, you marry the person you met. There are many restaurants to eat at in Rome, but the first is Para Luigi, and it is a great place to eat. It sits on a beautiful cobblestone street with a menu full of fresh ingredients. Fresh raw seafood is some of the most popular dishes. Second, Armando al Pantheon is a family-run restaurant that opened in 1962 and is popular among those who love traditional Roman food. This is a place to enjoy others' company and mingle with an amazing yet well-priced glass of wine. Finally, Per Mi is a simple yet elegant restaurant with a beautiful outdoor dining space. Per Mi does not stick to just one type of food to serve, but has a wide variety of dishes to suit anyone's taste. There are many places to see art in Rome, whether it's outside or inside. The first museum is Gallery Borghese, and it has a very impressive art collection with art ranging from the 15th to 18th century. It sits in a beautiful mansion with gardens surrounding it. The museum is home to work by Raphael, Caravaggio, Bernini, and Botticelli. This painting is Raphael's Lady with a Unicorn. Finally, Capitoline Museums is the oldest museum in the world, which opened in 1471. Both buildings are full of paintings, sculptures, statues, mosaics, and busts from artists like Caravaggio, Tiziano, Rubens, and Tintoretto. This sculpture is Esquiline Venus by Tizun. There are various landmarks in Venice. The first is St. Mark's Basilica, and it is the best-known church in Venice, and it was originally Doge's private chapel. It is decorated in Byzantine art treasures and multiple gold mosaics. The gold altarpiece in the church is made up of nearly 2,000 gems and precious stones. Second is the Ponte di Rialto, and it was the first bridge and only bridge to go across the Great Canal for a long time. It was built in 1588 after the collapse of the wooden bridge. Along with providing a way to cross the canal, it also has shops on the bridge, and it is a great photo opportunity. Finally, the Bridge of Sighs is a mystery and legend in Venice. It was built in the 1600s to connect the Doge's Palace and the Republic's prison. The lattice on the windows were to protect the prisoners and executioners from the public eye. Most prisoners met their fate, and legend says that their sighs upon crossing the bridge gave it its name. The restaurants in Venice are beautiful and sit along the canal. The first is La Zucca, meaning pumpkin in Italian, which is, of course, the main ingredient of all of their dishes. This is small but very beautiful and has a variety of vegetarian options and prides itself in using fresh and natural ingredients. The second is Ristorante Riviera, and it has an inventive take on Venetian cuisine. They serve amazing cocktails and all different types of pasta dishes. While Venice has lots of art, there are more experiences to have. The first is gondola riding, and it is the perfect way to tour the city in a fun and romantic way. Gondola riding is when you ride through the various water canals of Venice. It costs around $97 to $121, but many say that you can negotiate with the gondolier before the ride to drop the price. Next is climbing the Campanile. The Campanile is a bell tower that rises above all of Venice. The only way to the top is by an elevator, but the views at the top are spectacular. It costs about $10 to $12 per person. Florence is a place like none other, and there are many different landmarks that it has. The first is Piazza del Signoria, and it has been the center of political life since the 14th century. Many great events and spectacles were made in the Piazza della Signoria. The sculptures there have political connotations and are very contradictory. Second, the Ponte Vecchio, or the Old Bridge, has been around since 966 and had reconstruction done many times because of flood damage or war damage. There have been shops populating the bridge since the 13th century. Finally, the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore is the third largest church in the world and was finished in the 15th century. There are various different styles and tastes in the church because it was built over such a long period of time. The church holds the art of many architects in early Florence. Cuisine is a major part of Florence. The first restaurant is Trattoria da Berde Firenze, and it is one of the finest family-run restaurants in the city. If you are looking for the best traditional Florentine food, wines, and passed-down recipes, then this is the restaurant for you. Second, Ristorante El Egusco has been around since 1986, and the menu leans towards Tuscany and Italian classics. Portions are very large, and there are plenty of wines. Finally, Culinaria Bistro features French and Moroccan flavors. This restaurant is set on promoting local producers and upholding tradition. Because of the wide variety on the menu, there is something for everyone to like. Art is a major part of Florence, and there are many museums. The first is the Accademia Gallery, and it is home to multiple statues by Michelangelo, including David. When wandering even further into the gallery, you will find botany, music, art symbols, and painting techniques. The most famous section of the museum is the Hall of Prisoners, which holds Michelangelo's unfinished work, or Slaves. Second, the Uffizi's Gallery is one of the most visited museums in all of Italy, with around 10,000 visitors a day. This gallery is comprised of long hallways with artwork lined up in chronological order. Artists like Botticelli, Masaccio, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo da Vinci have artwork in these halls. This painting is by Duccio called Rucellai Madonna. Finally, the Pitti Palace was built in 1457 for the Pitti family. It houses multiple museums, which have 16th to 19th century paintings, Medici household treasures, fashion, and beautiful gardens. It is also home to the painting The Consequences of War by Peter Paul Rubens. Thank you for watching my presentation on tourist destinations in Italy.